Arnab, one point that shut everyone. You know the credentials of our Honorable Governor Shaktikant Das ji. He is not only rated as an A grade central bank, he's been placed right at the top of the heap globally. He's the best central banker in recent years, according to global institutions. A man of such vivid achievements, if he's coming down on something after each notice after notices, jingoism created by that Doglapan guy, I don't know where's the Doglapan in his life, that everything becomes a Dogla thing for him. He has nothing at stake. He's only egging up others and spoiling the whole ecosystem. Second thing, all the startups need to wake up that there was a lottery that they won during the COVID crisis, that interest rates in the world had gone to 0.25% and plain loads of money came. Now all reality checks are coming. If investors lost a few $billion in the market, that was rampant speculation. Rampant speculation indulged in either by naive or the shrewd. But RBI is accountable to 140 crore people, and by God's grace, today India has a central banker who's top rated in the world. So some people who have lost their pants in the business and are, handling a fire under their seat with their fiascos, if they are going to create a union baji here and they are used to intellectual voyeurism, capturing eyeballs through doglapan by, taking off their intellectual clothes. So those guys are going to create this hue and cry. And I really wish Vijay Shekhar Sharma, who's known to be a very nice guy, I've known him, he does not walk into these emotional jingoism of others, because
No,
he'll
it's not
never
a
get
question of
19 lakhs
niceness.
back
It's a
again.
question of approach.
Once it's
It's a question of approach. It's not. What is this? Let's all get together kind of approach. And I'm afraid, but what's wrong with the startup system? What's going on, Mr. Sardana? How do you view this? Something's gone to the head.
Arnab, first of all, good evening to all of you. This is a very serious matter. See, whenever you are starting up any ecosystem in the country, RBI has all the guidelines, whether it is KYC, how to empanel and onboard the customers. There are very clear guidelines because now Paytm is also a listed organization. One has to be very clear about related party transaction, cyber security. All guidelines are on their website. Everything is there on the website. Now, if Vijay Shekhar Sharma and his senior management cannot understand and read the guidelines, they can hire, and they have already hired best of the auditors and best of the consultants. If collectively all of these people cannot understand the rule of the game, then the only thing is either they all are collectively idiots or they have a bad intention not to follow the law of the land. In both the situations, either they are incompetent or they are mentally corrupt. In both the situations, the board should be sacked and the top management should be changed, like it was done in case of Yes Bank. Because when you are playing with the public money, there cannot be mercy on these issues, because you will shake up the confidence of the overall financial system of the country, and it is a bad name for the country. So there is no mercy in these things because nothing is new. Everything is on website. So the only penal action can be remove the top management because they cannot understand the law of the land, and all their board of directors, including their advisors, must be changed. There has to be a surgery. It is not a time for first aid. One thing is very clear. Number two, nobody invited Paytm to start a business in India. I don't think RBI or Prime Minister office sent an invitation letter ki come and start and help us. It was their own choice. When you operate in any economy or any territory, rules and guidelines are well defined. If you are something is wrong, you can make a representation, but you have no right to violate it. Nowhere it happens in the world. It means anything wrong which is happening in Paytm, it cannot be without the consent of top management, the key decision makers, the key management people, and the board of directors. It means collectively they are responsible for this fraud, and all should be sacked, and this organization should be handed over to sensible professional to run the system in the country, because not only the depositors but shareholders' money is also at stake, and country's goodwill is also at stake. There cannot be a mercy. Answer is very simple.
There is one more point I would like to add, Arnab, here.
No, I think-
Paytm,
I
when
think,
it did its valuation and launched its IPO, it was completely overvalued. 2,080 rupees to 2,130 rupees, and it tanked more than 40 to 50% within 2 months, 2-3 months. So please remember, there is no holier than thou here. You have to be compliant, and RBI has given a long rope. From March 22, you have been asked, you have been fined. They have paid a fine of 5.3 crores. Today, the whole startup ecosystem cannot come and say that, oh, RBI is overreaching, this is doglapan, this is not fair. Fintech is the base of India, and we are in the digital economy. We have done the whole system. We have revamped India. I'm sorry. You have to be strict, and it's public money. It's compliance. The Apex is the best body in the world, and RBI has done the right job. You need to come hard with a tough hammer, period.
Arnab,
What about
one
these?
important
Particularly,
quick point.
what about this
Anybody-
Chinese funding? What about the Chinese funding here? Vivek specifically. Chinese funding, very interesting. Very fascinating. Chinese money. They used to say Chinese money comes easily into India. They want to enter India, but then, violating foreign exchange laws, putting complex webs of transactions and entities, having their ultimate controlling company somewhere in the Cayman Islands, and saying we are doing edtech startups in India. This is very dangerous. Exposing Indians to so-called edtech startups, then doing this Cayman Islands route. Then if you question them, they say we are helping India. We're part of the startup ecosystem. Complete nonsense is going on. I mean, as an Indian, Vivek,
Arnab,
isn't it seems strange to you that these Chinese are doing this? I know there are a lot of people in India who are happy to take Chinese money. They probably have. But are they answerable to their country, or are they sold out completely to the Chinese?
I think it's not just. I think it's not about the money, Arnab. I think the startup ecosystem today, after the entire
is
issue
about
that
the
has
money.
happened with the Chinese money and the Chinese loan
It
apps
is
and
about the
everything
money.
else,
It is about the money.
we are very careful. We are very cautious in terms of where the money comes from and whom we are transacting with, because end of the day, it is our brand and our own business which is going to get tarnished in the country, right? So
So let me ask you: does any of your money come from China? In your company, NeoCred, does any money come from China?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We are self-sustained. We are a bootstrapped company today, and we are a profitable company. We have not gone for any kind of fundraise. And probably in the future, when
is
we
any of
start
your
going
money
out, we'll look
from
for Indian investors.
is any of your money from the UK or from
No.
Singapore
No.
or Hong
We are a
Kong?
100% made in India company.
Which
we
country
support
do you
Indian
get your money
banks.
from?
We are a technology service provider to multiple banks in the country today, and we process transactions within the country, within the gambit of RBI guidelines and everything else. But we don't deal with foreign monies or forex transactions.
So
or
you have
any
no
kind of Chinese
FDI
monies.
investment at all? You have no FDI investment at all?
No, no.